What is that in your hand? Discovering Your Life's Purpose, a book written by Olusoji Oyaoye, narrated and produced by Onimisi Adaba. Introduction. While the background of this book is Nigeria in West Africa, the lessons espoused have global application. In my career as a human resource management consultant, I see many qualified people struggle to get employed. A great proportion of the lucky few are at best underemployed, a graduate employed to perform menial or routine tasks in the midst of great opportunities for self-actualization in a country that is so rich, yet with people so poor. In the year 2012, a renowned industrialist, Aliko Dangote, at a Women in Management and Business event in Lagos, Nigeria, said that his organization, Dangote Group of Companies, recently advertised for trailer haulage drivers. He was shocked to find doctors and master's degree holders apply for the job that was advertised for first school leaving certificate holders at the most. You can imagine how many first and no degree holders must have applied for the job. So yes, it is tough out there. There are no jobs, while those employed, usually underemployed, hold on to their jobs even with prevalent unhealthy work terms and conditions. According to the World Bank reports, the population of Nigeria in 2012 was 170,123,740 using the July 2012 estimates, with the following demography. Age structure. 0 to 14 years make up a total of 40.9%. A further breakdown of that has the male at 32,476,681, 31,064,539. People between 15 to 64 years make up 55.9%. A further breakdown shows the male population at 44,296,228 and the female 42,534,542. People from 65 years and above make up 3.1%, with the male demography at 2,341,228 and the female 2,502,355. This is the 2011 estimate. Urban population make up 50% of total population in 2010. Life expectancy at birth. Total population 50.05 years, with the male at 48 years and female 55 years. This is 2011 estimate. Also, UNESCO's Education for All (EFA) Global Monitoring Report released in November 2012 listed Nigeria as leading the world in illiteracy with 10.5 million children not attending school. 6% of the young men between 15 to 29 years who left school are illiterate and 26% semi-illiterate, according to the study. Most Nigerians should be able to relate to the extract of an article in the Nigerian This Day newspaper of November 20th, 2012. It says, quote, "A vast army of mostly healthy, able and willing to work and enterprising Nigerians are watching their lives waste away, their hopes evaporate, and worse still, bearing witness to the reality that even their children may know worse poverty than themselves." End quote. A Nigerian's typical reaction at this time will be, God forbid. Yet, factories and warehouses have disappeared, with the buildings taken over mostly by churches. More than 85% of the graduates of our tertiary institutions annually cannot find employment for 3 to 5 years. On the average, every Nigerian elite has 3 to 5 graduate dependents, either living with them or hoping on them for survival. But then, what is that in your hand? Thankfully, God had a plan for your life even before you were born. According to the book of Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 5, it says, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I sanctified you. I ordained you a prophet to the nations." So you are not an accident. God has a divine purpose for your life, a good and perfect plan. You were not born just to pass through the earth as a tourist. God had a purpose for bringing you to earth, and in spite of your fragile humanity, He deposited unique treasures in you. But we have this treasure in jars of clay to show that this all-surpassing power is from God and not from us. This is in 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 7. It is in discovering, developing and using those treasures that you get fulfillment in life, and ultimately society benefits from and also pays you for your treasures. According to the book of Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11, it says, "For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, says the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you a future and a hope." Remember Moses' challenge when God chose him to go and lead his people out of Egypt. Even though Moses initially resisted the assignment, this was his purpose. Moses answered, "What if they do not believe me or listen to me and say, 'The Lord did not appear to you'?" Then the Lord said to him, "What is that in your hand?" "A staff," he replied. Then the Lord said, "Throw it on the ground." Moses threw it on the ground and it became a snake, and he ran from it. The Lord said to him, "Reach out your hand and take it by the tail." So Moses reached out and took hold of the snake, and it turned back into a staff in his hand. This is in Exodus chapter 4 verses 1 to 4. God never does a miracle to show off. If God ever asks you a question, He already knows the answer. The benefits of the question is for you and I. The staff in Moses' hand represented three things. 1. A symbol of his identity, a shepherd. 2. A symbol of his income, the number of sheep or size of the flock he had. And 3. A symbol of influence, network. God was simply getting Moses to see that if he releases what is in his hand, a mere shepherd's staff, He, that's God now, would make it come alive. That seemingly ordinary staff then becomes God's staff once released. God is asking you that same question at this moment. What is that in your hand? What do you have that you have been given by God? Is it a voice, gifted hands, education, riches, wealth, health, brains, wisdom, beauty, administration, hospitality, etc.? What are you doing with these gifts? This book is an attempt to help you answer these two questions correctly and hopefully lead you on the path of fulfilling your true purpose on earth. Once discovered, purpose reduces stress, increases one's satisfaction, and more importantly, prepares you for eternity.